Have you ever felt a profound restlessness that whispers you might be more than flesh and bone, that your essence is woven with threads of the infinite? What if your deepest pains are not mere afflictions, but sacred echoes of a higher calling? In ancient wisdom, there lies a thought. The pain of the chosen one who does not fully belong to this world is both a burden and a key to awakening. Envision a time in the quiet town of Menelon, a place cradled in the arms of evergreen forests and set amongst mountains that seem to reach out and brush the underbelly of the sky. Here lived Althea, a woman whose spirit was as vivid as the wildflowers that flecked the hills in summer. Her presence was gentle but marked by an unfaltering sense of being somehow adrift. One could see it in her eyes, a distant searching for something lost or yet to be claimed. She carried with her an ache that manifested itself not in the body, but in the soul. For Althea, every breath was an intake of longing. Every moment teetered between the tangible world she knew and an unseen realm calling out to her. Unlike others, her pains were not tied to earthly worries alone. Her discomfort was woven from a spiritual fabric, an elusive blend of dreams unanchored, destined for the stars. Yet, each dawn in Menelon brought with it expectations. There were fields to tend, duties to manage. Althea's hands had memorized the texture of the earth. The coolness of the morning dew settled on leaves, the warmth of the sun as it passed overhead. She felt deeply the life around her, vines cascading over stone walls, the sturdy trunks of oak trees bearing witness to centuries. And in these quiet musings, her soul sang with the universe, felt alive with the pulse of an unending fate. But in solitude, under the quiet company of starlit skies, her spirit would tremble. A haunting reminder that the world held more than she could grasp. Althea wrestled with this inner duality, this tethering to the physical plane, while her consciousness soared elsewhere. Such is the plight of many who walk this earth feeling not of it, a population unrecognized yet significant. For them, the challenge is to reconcile the spiritual pains of existence with the ordinariness of daily life. Althea's struggle mirrored the told by the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who asserted that true contentment lies not in externals, but within the steadfastness of one's own mind. Yet, knowing this did not make the struggle vanish. This wisdom only sketched paths for her heart to follow. For within each hurt, Epictetus might say, there exists a choice to turn the wound to wisdom. As seasons shifted, so too did Althea's burdens grow more pronounced. Events beyond her control, wars in distant lands, changes in her village, served only to intensify the sense of misalignment. The villagers sought answers in pragmatic acts, but Althea knew. She knew that the battle she waged was not just with the unfolding of time and circumstance, but with her own soul's yearning. It was during such a time when she felt particularly fractured, that clarity began to form. In those nights spent under twinkling astral bodies, she perceived a flicker of understanding, fueled not by clarity of vision, but through the acceptance of not knowing. The Stoics spoke of enduring what one cannot change, and Althea gradually perceived that her ache was not born of this world she tried so desperately to navigate, but of herself needing to embrace the unknown associations of her destiny. The narrative of the chosen always threads through encounters with adversity. Obstacles are not merely challenges, but mirrors reflecting the deeper purpose. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, urged us to consider that our soul becomes imprinted by thoughts. For Althea, these unwritten struggles were carving an indomitable spirit. In the quietude that accompanied many of her reflective hours, she began to understand something precious. Pain was never her enemy. Indeed, each pang of the heart, each throb of confusion were invitations to relinquish control, to lean into trust, and find unity in the dichotomy of life as both dream and reality. This seminal realization marked Althea's turning point. If she had previously been a vessel adrift on turbulent waters, she now envisioned herself with sails unfurled, filled by faithful winds. Her path, although meandering, would be her own to embrace. She learned to love her pains, not for what they negated, but for beckoning a truth deeper than the earthly bonds of comfort could promise. What had once broken her now began to metamorphose into a compass, guiding her to the heart of who she was. And so came a shift, a resolute choice to welcome what fate would deliver. Althea adopted a practice of gratitude to whatever chaos presented itself, knowing that each disruption was a teacher, each sorrow an ally in disguise. such acceptance did not dull the pains, but painted them in new light, a stoic light of resilience. In recognizing her place among the cosmos, Althea reached a semblance of peace. The world remained unaltered in its trials, but she stood calm, poised, her soul a lighthouse guiding others through storms like the one she had known. Herein lies the insight, that through mastering oneself, through the love entwined with adversity, she arose whole. The pains, now honored companions, faded into echoes as her spirit shone brighter. This journey undoubtedly was her awakening, a testament to the fact that all true power lies in choosing to trust, even when the path is veiled. As Seneca wisely offered, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Althea's story is the living fulfillment of this notion, where preparation of spirit nurtured by accepting the fickle weave of destiny met with her moment, her awakening. Could it be that in each of us there lies a chosen one, beckoning from between the layers of earth and ether, waiting for the courage to turn the wound of the world into wings? After all, only by traveling through the darkest nights do we become the light. And perhaps such is the test of those who do not fully belong to this world. To learn, as Althea did, that the universe doesn't demand perfection of understanding, but simply asks for the bravery to reach towards our highest nature, embracing our pains as they guide us home.